Namaste Swamiji, my name is Shiva.
Yes.
I've been listening to lectures for 3 years now and every hour, so thank you so much for all you do. My question is about, we talk about how the world is an appearance and it's not real, and it's actually an appearance in Brahman, of Brahman, to Brahman. That's the in and off makes sense intuitively because of your examples of gold ornament and wave water and so on. But to Brahman, I'm not able to get my mind around it because it seems to imply a subject-object duality. Until in one of your previous Q&A sessions, you used the oft-repeated 10th man example. And you mentioned it several dozen times, but that one instance, you made a new insight. You talked about how just like the 10 men were used to counting outside, we also experience subject-object duality. We experience as outside in, and therefore we are not able to get our minds around a non-dual experience of two Brahman. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but I cannot get my mind around how can something appearance to Brahman be compatible with non-duality.
It isn't. Usually the question is the other way around. People understand, to me I understand. How is it in me and how is it of me that I don't understand? So, the world is appearing to you, in you, and it is nothing but you. The world is appearing to you. That's pretty obvious. Isn't the world appearing to you right now? Right now? The reason I'm saying it's to Brahman, in Brahman, nothing but Brahman, or it's an appearance of Brahman. So these are steps. First you start off with to you. Don't start with to Brahman. Start with to you. The world is appearing to me. Does this make sense? That's a common sense assertion. So that's a way of teaching. The world is appearing to me. And then you have to go to the world is appearing in me. And then the world is nothing but me. The world appearance is nothing but me. All right. Let's do this in two levels. One is a philosophical level and one is actually the experiential level. The philosophical level is this. When I say the world is appearing to me, then I am consciousness, the world is a material world which is appearing to consciousness. This is a Sankhyan view, a dualistic view. Consciousness matter. It's pretty commonsensical. That's how, if you settle down quietly and observe oneself and observe the world, it will come down to that. If we don't examine, what will happen is, we will take a part of the world as myself. Which part? The body. The body is definitely part of the material world. Here's the material world. The body is part of the material world. And Vedanta, not only Vedanta, all Indian philosophies make this extraordinary step that even mind is part of the material world. And I am the consciousness to which the mind and body are appearing and the world is appearing. So, the world is appearing to me. For the unreflective person, the boundaries of the world are my skin. Inside the skin, I. Outside my skin, the world. For the reflective person, the thoughtful person, the boundaries of the world are consciousness. I am aware. And what I am aware of is the world. If you do that, that's a huge step forward. That's Sankhya. That's just at the verge of, that is, from their perspective, Sankhyan perspective, this is enlightenment. That's it, it's done. You are consciousness and you are free. That's it. The world is material out there or not there, whatever it is. Why do you care? It will not touch you. All right. But this is the step one only. Then the second step is, this world is not a material world. It is Maya Vivarta. It is an appearance. Because of Maya, Brahman is appearing in this way. So Vivarta, an appearance. It is in Brahman that this world is appearing. It is in Maya. Because of Maya, in consciousness, this world is appearing. Not outside. That's the second step. This is called Vivartavada. But actually, non-dual, this Advaita Vedanta goes even further. It says, what is this world? It is Brahman. Even though it appears as the world. But the appearance, if you de-stress the appearance part of it and stress the underlying reality, it's Brahman. It's like looking at the table and saying, you can say the table is a name and a form and a function. It's a name table, it's a form like this, it's a function, you can keep stuff on it. But or you can stress the underlying reality of it, the essential, the substance. And when you touch the table, you don't say, I'm touching a name or a form or a function. Say, I'm touching the wood, the material. Touch wood. Touch wood. I don't say touch table. Touch wood. So if you would stress the material, the substance, the reality of it, you would say it is wood and wood throughout. What is the altar? It's wood and wood throughout. And now somebody whose attention is on the name and the form, they will dispute it. They'll say, no. You're saying both are the same. How is it the same? This is a table. This is an altar. You'll say, my friend, you are looking at the name and the form and the function. I'm looking at what it really is. To me, it doesn't matter. The name and the form and the function. So, 3 answers I've given you, philosophically speaking. What is this world? It is Brahman. You are Brahman, the world is Brahman. It's only one undivided. There's no difference between you and the world also. There's no division. Sri Ramakrishna's Advaita Guru, Totapuri, would put a stick in the flowing Ganga and say, look, this stick makes the difference. On one side is this is the ego. On one side is me and one side is the world. But you lift the stick, it's just water through and through. Even when the stick was there, it's just water through and through. I mean, in the example, at least the stick is made of wood. But in reality, even the ego is nothing but Brahman. So there's one limitless Brahman. That's the real answer from Advaita perspective. But if that's too much, then you come down to Vivartavada, the Maya theory. That's also within Advaita. Yes, it's a slight distinction is made between, like the distinction between waking and dream. So there is Brahman and there is an appearance, an illusory, dream-like quality of the world appearing in Brahman. But that's only one, there's a compromise. Vivekananda, when he and Hajra, they were discussing in outside Sri Ramakrishna's room, they were making fun of non-duality, Advaita Vedanta. Saying, where the rishi is mad, the pot is God, the door is God, the window is God, the jug is God. What? It's ridiculous. Sri Ramakrishna said, what are you discussing? Why are you saying that? And he touched Narendra's chest. And Narendranath says, Vivekananda later, he says, I saw one limitless existence everywhere, one shining existence. And he says it was an experience, not just an understanding. It was obvious. And it was not stopping. Even when he went back home, he would sit at the table and his mother would serve food. He would see it was all the same, himself and the food that he's eating. Sometimes he would not eat, sometimes he would not stop eating. And his mother thought the boy has got an incurable disease, he will die soon. And that was one. He said then, very subtle point, many people miss it. It shifted afterwards, after a few days. And then the world appeared as a dream. And he says, I went to the park. That park is still there, Hedua Park, outside the home, where Vivekananda's home, the Hedua Park. He said, I went there, and the iron railings which are still there. And he says, I banged my head against them to feel if they were substantial. The horse-drawn carriage was rushing towards me on the street, and I had no inclination to move aside because it all seemed like an appearance. Luckily, he moved aside. That's why we are here today. After some time, that subsided and the world came back into, sort of settled back into place, real. But he said, after that, I could not doubt the conclusions of Vedanta anymore. Now, that is a very vivid experience from a very pure yogic mind. But the understanding of that should be clear to us. So notice there were two levels of that Advaitic experience of Vivekananda. One was it's Brahman alone. Another one, Brahman, yes, but the world is like a dream, an illusion. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Is it a duality? Apparently, not really. Duality means two real things. One real and one dream is not a duality. One rope appearing as a snake is not a duality. It's the rope only. And the third answer, the one which I gave first, is a Sankhyan answer. Yes, the world is real, separate, appearing to you. Now notice, 3 answers you said. The world appearing to Brahman, in Brahman, and nothing but Brahman. World appearing to you, in you, and nothing but you. Now experientially. We can all participate in this. Just look, see. You'll be like, yes, I am. Isn't the world appearing to you? I'm just talking about the visual experience. Make it very, very granular. precise. I'm looking at the world. Yes, the world is appearing to me. What do you mean the world is appearing to you? Oh, well, people and chairs and fan and ceiling and the carpet and space and air and, air is not appearing to me in our space, but it's intuited. And the world outside, they're all appearing to me. But now let me ask you, is that true? Are people and chairs and the air and the buildings and the sky and the fan, are they all entering your eyes? No, thank God. You have to call 911. What happened? He looked at the world. He's gone blind. No, only light. By the time it comes to the sense organ, to the eyes, it's only light. Nobody doubts that. It's common sense. It's just basic school science. Only light is entering the eyes. And very soon, in a split second, that light is not there anymore. It's just bursts of electricity racing along our optic nerves. It means what? The world. The world of your experience. I literally mean it. What is out there, we are not very sure. Philosophers will talk about it. Scientists will talk about it. But what we are experiencing, what are you experiencing? One answer, first answer, world, people, chairs, tables. Deeper answer, light. Then, bursts of electricity. Then, chitta vritti, thoughts in the mind. Those bursts of electricity somehow, nobody knows till now. That's the mind-body dualism, mind-brain dualism. Somehow becomes the mind. What is the world in the mind? It's mind only. What is the world when it reaches your eyes? Light. What is the world racing through your brain? Impulses, electrical impulses. Through your what? Axons, dendrites and all that. To the optical nerves. And what is the world when you are experiencing it in the mind? Movements of the mind. Chitta vritti. All sight, all sound, all smell, taste, touch. It's just movements in the mind. Right or wrong? It has to be right. The world in the mind is mind only. And the mind is illumined by consciousness, like waves in the ocean. The ocean is water only. What are the waves? Water. What is the mind illumined in consciousness? Consciousness only. Think about it. Notice it. If you can notice it, you'll be enlightened. And there's no doubt about it. If you can complete the noticing process, even the simple, indubitable fact that the world entering my eyes is light only is a wonderful meditation. Then the world inside the skull is electrical impulses. The world in the mind, the same world in the mind, is thought waves in the mind. Chitta vritti. And the mind illumined by consciousness, again we are back to reflected consciousness, is nothing but consciousness. That's an amazing thing. Chittam chiditi vijaniya takaro vishayadhyasa. This is in a verse, 2 verses actually, from a stotra called Vedanta dindimma. Vedanta dindimma means the drumbeat of Vedanta. The mind, I'm translating, know the mind to be nothing other than pure consciousness, with an overlay of objects. That overlay is very important, which transforms, apparently transforms consciousness into mind, the witness consciousness into mind and reflected consciousness. Sanskrit, chittam, those who understand the Sanskrit or those who know the Sanskrit spelling, chiditi vijaniyat, know chitta to be chit. The word chittam in Sanskrit means mind. The word chit in Sanskrit means pure consciousness. The only difference when you spell it, suppose I spell it in English, C-H-I-T, chit, pure consciousness. C-H-I-T-T-A-M is, or C-H-I-T-T-A is mind. The only difference is that extra ta which is added in Sanskrit, ta. Takaro vishayadhyasa. What is that ta? What is that ta? It's pronounced in Sanskrit as ta. What is that ta? It's the appearance of objects. In Sanskrit, it's a profound term, Vishaya Adhyasa. It's like the snake appearing in the rope. What is the snake appearing in the rope? Nothing but rope. What is the world appearing in consciousness? Nothing but consciousness.